Let's try that again. Greetings, everyone. It is I, your one and only host,
the Cosmic Jedi.
Welcome back to the channel. Team Gematrix. It has been a while, and I apologize for my absence, but I'm back. Daddy is back, baby. That's corny. That's corny as hell. But we like it nonetheless. We still like it nonetheless. Corny is good. Corny is good. Sometimes it's good. Not too much corn, but corny is good. I'm overdoing it. Today's, today? Whoa. Getting ahead of myself. This is a Sifu game review. A game that I didn't even play for longer than an hour. This would be by far a very short review compared to the Returnal game, and you would definitely see the difference. One game I played a lot and enjoyed, even though it frustrated me. Whereas this one, didn't really play very much. I played it till about the second level. I think I played it to the second level. And I really wanted to like this game. It's funny, I didn't get this game until it came out on PSN. The first time I heard of Sifu, when it was first announced and the trailer was shown, just felt like, kung fu game. It's got the Bruce Lee vibes, Enter the Dragon, Big Boss vibes. I thought, if they do this game right, it's game over. It is game over. I'm going to get straight to it. The story, basic. I'm not here for the story. I'm here for the gameplay. I'm not here to talk about the story at all. I really didn't enjoy the character animation and the movement of the character. The character model, some of the combos felt too technical to make. This is coming from someone who's played Devil May Cry, Ninja Gaiden, Onimusha, Raiden, Metal Gear Solid, Ghost of Tsushima, Sekiro. I could go on for days. I played all these different kind of games, God of War, the original ones and the reboot one as well. And these games have stood the test of time. They've improved upon themselves. And last but not least, let me mention the game that I feel this game should have really honed in on and gotten some impressions and inspiration from. Batman. Whether it's the first Arkham series or the other Arkham series after the first Batman from Rocksteady was a testament to a company saying we want to make an authentic, true to Batman character game as best as we can so our gamers can enjoy and immerse themselves into the world. They pushed themselves from the first game to where they were teasing the Batmobile and the Batjet or whatever it's called. Then I can't remember the order of each game. Then they released the other game where you could drive the Batmobile. You could glide in the seat in the first game. The cape was very functional. You could use the cape. You could grapple to different city points. You could just perch on different gargoyles as Batman character does in the comics, or in the cartoons, or in the movie. You could use your shadows to your advantage. Smoke grenade, hide and do takedowns. You could fight. You were so free to do anything you wanted to do. You could play the game how you wanted to play it. The fact that they let you go in ape shit or taking down your character, your enemy, your targets bit by bit, one by one, distracting them, using your batarang. Some of the game mechanics were a little off, just some. But as an overall package, playing a Batman game, those guys made you feel like you're Batman. They made you feel like you were the only Batman, not you and other players, just you alone. You had the one-on-one experience. You felt like you were Bruce Wayne and Batman playing that game.
It's here and I like it.
If this game came out before all the Batman games, I would have said to myself, they probably learned from the mistakes from Sifu and improved upon them. But you can't make a game like Sifu in a world where Batman exists, meaning the game itself. It didn't make sense to me. Sometimes I feel, game developers or game developer companies do this thing where we want our games to stand out from the regular other games that people compare them to. There's nothing wrong with that. Being unique, being your own kind of style of game and gameplay style and theme and vibe, it is beautiful. Bring that. But if you're making a game that has similarities to games like Batman that other people will make comparisons to, and then you don't step up where they failed, they must have made some mistakes. If the fact that they improved upon their own first game in the second one shows that they learned from the first experience. As awesome as that first experience was, they said, you know what? We've made a beautiful game, but we can improve on it. There's a few things we dropped the ball on, but we can better on those few things we dropped the ball on. Instead of removing it, we advance it and improve upon them in the second game. So Sifu, when I played that game, I thought It's a lackluster gameplay experience. I don't care about the story.
Damn, son.
Your story could be about a guy fighting aliens. If your character is sluggish on screen, the story means nothing to gamers like me because it's just jarring alone moving my character on screen, moving him left to right or moving her left to right. The input signal from the brain to the controller to the screen, there's a general lag between here and there before I can see it there. Whereas when I was playing Returnal, for example, or Batman, the response between brain, button signal, and character animation is precise. To the extent like if I was playing God of War, for example, I would do a move I didn't even intend to do because I hit a button too quick. You want that kind of thing. Not where the game just does stuff by mistake because the buttons are too sensitive. You want a responsiveness that then tells the players, oh, yo, this thing is so sensitive in a good way. I need to start making my moves precise. I need to take my time and know when to move, when not to move. I'm yet to see 100%. Okay, let me average it. Let me just drop it down a bit so that way I don't sound like I'm, doolally. A 90% at least close to 100% game where it's dealing with authentic Kung Fu game like a Bruce Lee game. One of the best Bruce Lee or Kung Fu games I've played is the Dragon and Bruce Lee story on Atari. And that game was tough. That's why I know, or I feel Sifu wasn't ready for the masses because they didn't take the time to respect the style of game they were introducing to us and also what had come before that game. Batman is not a Kung Fu Shaolin monk game, but you definitely use Kung Fu or some form of martial arts in the game, especially being that the Batman character is studied from different fight forms and incorporates his different fight forms when he's doing fights with different characters. Because you don't want to make your moves samey, but you want to be efficient when you're doing takedowns. You want to know which part of the body to hold or press on for long enough so you don't have to waste time doing fist-to-fist combos. You want to know your kill points, basically. I need to know where I can take it down quick, especially when it's a bigger character. It makes sense that Batman will study different fight moves or different fight techniques. You can then introduce a game called Sifu where it's supposed to be a Kung Fu world. The universe is all about Kung Fu and martial arts. And it's lackluster, man. It's a very, very disappointing game. I did not enjoy it. Sometimes I can tell when a game is going to be good just by looking at it on YouTube. If I'm watching someone's gameplay, I'd be like, that's a dope game right there. It's got my money. I'm not doing no pre-order nonsense, but when it comes out, you got the money. I didn't need that for God of War. I could tell and I picked it up. Sometimes my radar is like that. I could just tell, cool game, pick it up and play. Or even without even looking at it, pick it up and play the game. This feels good. I can manage this. It's mine. Devil May Cry, same thing. When I played the first one, it was a little slow. And I played the second one, even though the character was a little small, I was like, I'm digging this. When the third one came out now, Dante's Awakening, now that was my jam. That was my jam. Nicely done, correctly done. So these games are progressing. They're improving their whole play style. They're including new things. They're working upon old things that didn't really work in the first iterations and improving upon them. Fast forward, you release a game like Sifu. I did not connect with this game at all. I was struggling to be fluid in the game. The Kung Fu didn't feel fluid to me. Maybe other players loved this game off. My name isn't other players. It was not responsive enough for me. And I felt like I was the one hindering myself from enjoying the game. Then my brain was like, no. When we played Batman, we didn't feel any hindrance. We moved the character move. I was like, oh, snap. I actually forgot Batman existed. I said, it's true. There's something off about the character animation and movement compared to the Batman game. Whereas, again, I've already played all the Batman games. So coming to this game, I was like, it's like there's a disconnect and the movement of how you feel, not you think it should, but how you feel the character can move and should move. It's not translating onto screen based on how they've made the game. I even sat down thinking to myself, what other Kung Fu-esque games are out there like Sifu? Till this day, I'm shocked there's no Bruce Lee game. Genuinely shocked. Or even a Kung Fu hero game based on like, or maybe a Green Hornet game, but with Kato as the main character, or Kato's side story, something. Why not even a Green Hornet game where you can play as two? No, that was spoiled. I think I want one character, just like Batman, no co-op. Co-op stuff might work, but for immersive experience, I feel it's a one character. You're avenging your uncle's death, your sister's death, or someone's death. You're just running through a particular crime boss's alley, or just a crime league world. You're just here to, cause mayhem and chaos because you're avenging your family. And if you want to incorporate some Kung Fu Hustle elements as well, why not? I'm not surprised that the game sucked, because maybe it's hard to pull off a full, authentic, proper kung fu game where you feel like you're a badass and you can improve on your character. Even the skill tree was whack. And yet we have games like Spider-Man where he's doing air combos and jumping and flipping and whatnot, minus the web attack and all those things. Even his character animation still feels like he does some. There's some combat training there. It's not specific to different stances, but Ghost of Tsushima pulled it off with different stances. Even Devil May Cry already had different stances per se, not in form in terms of physical stances and whatnot, but your weapon stances. So Ghost of Tsushima doing that was like an oxymoron. Like, yeah, you should do that. If you're going to make us play a game like this, we should feel like we're studied, well-nerded warrior that knows how to, move our body due to the characters we're fighting or due to the enemies we're fighting. But Sifu was a lackluster game for me, man. I did not even let that game stay on my hard drive long enough. I deleted that thing quick time. Played it for like an hour and a half. I said, nah, it's not for me. It's not built for me. And I didn't want to feel like I was, like I wasn't a good gamer, was a good player. It's just not designed for people like me. I'm not their target audience. It's a very whack game. And it's a shame because my brain couldn't get around, how did you make a game like this and you didn't study Batman? There's no way you did. And even if you want to keep it small and want to make the world big like Batman, the character needs to move like a deity. He needs to move quick. No waste of time. Watch everybody move. When someone comes, block, pop, react, response quick. Your response time needs to be sharp. Combos need to be sweet, swift, and smooth. Grapple hook attacks. Dude, I'm still waiting. I don't know how long it'll take, but I'm still waiting for a proper Bruce Lee game if they have permission to do so. If not, go to Donnie Yen. Go to Jet Li. Go to Jackie Chan. Ask him for permission. I don't see why Donnie Yen would say no to something like that. That guy is a cool ass actor and fighter. The way he moves, even the combos he does, with those quick time punches he does. You're telling me Jet Li wouldn't take the chance? If it's a money thing, I can understand and I appreciate that. I'm not here to tell people to go and spend money they don't have. But even all the kung fu and martial arts games, movies I've seen, I can name plenty. Enter the Dragon, Big Boss alone. Just those two alone would make great games. Then you want to have the co-op element as well. Oof. Kung Fu Hustle could be its own game. Damn, nah. I don't know how they dropped the ball on that one, but it's a disappointing experience, man. And I'm just shocked that they let that slide through. If they're working on a sequel and they want to improve on it and make it better than by far better than the first one, and at least observe the Batman game. You can't make a kung fu game and obviously observe the kung fu world, all the kung fu movies we've seen, all the martial art movies we've seen, and that are being made right now. Go back to the classics. Go back to your old school Jackie Chan days, Jet Li days. The original, those old school, go back to them. Bring that old school traditional kung fu, some drunken master element to it as well, but observe Batman. What did Batman do different? Why was Batman so successful? Because of the Batmobile or the grapple hook or the gliding in the city? All those things are very important to immerse you into the world of Batman. But if the combat was shite, nah, that game would not have been as successful as it is. Grappling on point, gliding on point, perching on different rooftops and different objects in the room, taking cover, going underneath the floor and doing multiple different takedowns. If your combat was not on point, even the combo just made you feel like, yo, I'm about to break this guy's jaw. You're doing a combo, you can control the combo, and someone comes, you do a parry, deflect, push back, pop, 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 pop. You could just roll into different characters as well. You were in control of your space, especially when you had 6, 8, or 12 people around you. They made you feel you were in charge. You'd have one hit you in the head, someone would throw something at you, break your combo meter, and it would encourage you to, yo, I had 42, I'm about to go for 62. That kept you, playing. Even though you could do the whole takedown, quiet takedowns, you're like, nah, no stealth. I'm here to break everybody's bones, noses, necks, and spines. I'm here to kill, do what I can do to just make y'all go home hurt or knock you suckers out. Batman made you feel like Batman and then some. Sifu, nah. Made you feel like a little tissue paper. Tissue. Sifu made you feel like tissue. It's a very bad game. I didn't like it. Did not like it. And I'm so glad I didn't spend money on it. I was so tempted. Many times I looked at it and thought, oh, dude, you're doing this thing where you're judging the game by what you're looking at. Don't you feel you should play the game first? Okay, for me to play the game, do you have a demo? Companies don't do demos anymore, do they? If every company that was so sure about its game did a demo, You wouldn't need to do pre-order. In fact, pre-order, yeah, we'd ask you, can I pre-order now, please? Because you released a demo. You wouldn't even do it. We'd have to call you and say, okay, we've played your demo. I've sent email. Please give me the pre-order link. Let me get my copy. Because your demo is on point. Your demo is on point. It lets me know, this is what kind of game it is. I'm out. Oh, I'm in. Simple. Matrix on the Unreal Engine dropped a demo, beautiful demo. So if they said they were going to make a game, I trust them enough to make a competent, epic game, because they would have had enough time between the demo and now or later to improve on it. And then if you're capable of dropping the demo then, I imagine you're capable of dropping the demo now. So we're getting close to release before pre-order window opens. Here's another demo. Yes, please. I feel demos should be the future of all games, especially when you know, not if you know, not even if you think, not even if you feel, when you know your game is on point, release a demo. I don't know what minutia elements need that to go well, whether it's some backdoor payment or shareholders won't allow that, whatever relationship they have with whoever or whatever. If you feel your game is on point and is fire, release the demo. We will decide that your game is on point and is fire. Then we will ask you, now send us the pre-order link, or you just upload it there and we go there ourselves. You wouldn't even need to advertise it too much. We will come to you. We will come to you because we know your shit is on point.
It looks something like this.
It's a sad game. And no wonder I didn't see enough people praising the game. Compared to like Helldivers, for example, people are praising the game. Whereas Batman, almost everyone was playing it. And then when they introduced the co-op element as well, where you could play the challenge mode, everybody was on that thing. Again, I keep saying it in every review, every time I talk about games. I'm here to play. 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 Not stress. Not deliberately go in this game to cause anger to myself, sadness, hate, irritation, or frustration. I want to play this game. It can be frustrating. It can be irritating. Not all the time. Then you find a new way to play the game so I can then find a way to beat the game. Boom. But when you've made your game feel mediocre or lackluster in a world where 3 or 2 Batman games exist, there's no excuse. There is no excuse at all. Bam, 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 bam. No. No excuse whatsoever. It's a kung fu game. I'm supposed to be out here using my nunchucks like Bruce Lee. Bap, 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 using my stick. And I should be able to keep weapons upon me as well. Imagine that. You could keep weapons you pick up in the world. You could tweak the weapons. You could augment them. How did Ninja Gaiden Sigma get away with it? Even if you remove all the katanas and whatnot. Okay, then how did Onimusha get away with it? And Onimusha is not the same as Sifu, but yet they pulled it off. Yes, their world has magic and different swords and whatnot. Strip those things away. Talk about the gameplay. It's still a dope game. If you remove certain things away, just like I said with the Batman, remove the combat from Batman itself. Leave the grapple hook, leave the gliding thing, leave the under the floor takedowns and the grapple hook to different points and do whatever takedowns, but make the fighting crap. People will say it's cool, and they'll probably say, Rocksteady, can you tweak the combat system in a patch? Some might say, yeah, refund please. But because it's Batman and the Batman hardcore fans will be like, nah, I'll overlook it. Whereas imagine the true, down to the nitty gritty kung fu fans, martial arts fans, who you could have reached out to, stuntmen, stuntwomen, all the things you could have done. Maybe they did, who knows? Imagine those true hardcore fans, those of us who grew up in that era watching those old school kung fu movies. We pick up the game, we feel like meh. Some of those guys would probably prefer Batman more than they would Sifu. Anyway, I already did my return and review and made that video extra long, and I had to divide it into 2 or 3 sections. I'm not going to do the same with this one.
Damn!
Sifu for me was a whack experience.
Okay. All right. This is weird. I'm already missing.
Who are you?
I'm your worst nightmare. That's who I am.
Leave him to me.
God damn. Ah, damn. Okay. Try it again. Not today. Oh, try it again. There you go. Where you going? Where you going? Come here, girl.
If they say they're doing a second one and they've improved upon the first one, I need a demo. Otherwise, I'll save my money. And It's a win-win for me and them. They don't need people like me saying, "Oh, we're not going to buy the game until the demo." If you don't want to release a demo, you can't force a company to do nothing. Nor can I force myself to go and buy a game from a company that made the first game shite. For me, I'm paying money for these experiences. You want to enjoy the experience, to give away energy. I'm giving time and effort and energy away in currency to experience what you produce and design, and it's a lackluster experience. That means I'm doing it to myself. Stupid. I'm so grateful and thankful I didn't buy the game.
Finisher. Where you going? Where you going? The sound effect is whack. It's supposed to be a kung fu game. Where you going? Stop it. Give them again. Give them again. Hold on. That smack was disgusting.
I'm done. I have been your one and only host, ladies and gentlemen.
The Cosmic Jedi.
Signing out.
Can't say it's thrilling for me yet. Yeah, there's something, that's what I'm saying, something missing. It's there, but it's not fully there.
Hey, yo!
You just saw me beat someone with a broom when you came in here.
Finish
So much rude. You didn't beat her up properly, man.